In this tutorial, we will aim at this particular program in Python, which will teach our Fusion robot to play SUMO. As part of this series, which aims to help you convert from Blocky to Python, we will start from this Blocky program. Let us build up the Blocky program and examine the Python equivalents of the Blocky commands. First, we go to the Fusion control menu and bring down the Blocky start block. You will notice at the right hand side of the screen that this brings in the Python start commands, which import the Fusion system and the Fusion drivers that allow Python to talk to Fusion sensors and motors. Next, we want a loop. We go to the Blocky loop menu item and select the repeat while true loop. You will see the Python equivalent on the right hand side. The Python pass command does nothing to the logic of the Python program. It is just a reminder to us that anything inside the Python loop must be indented to the same indent as the pass command. Next, we want a decision element. We go to the Blocky logic menu and select an if-do decision element. We left click on the blue star and click the else block and pull it up under the if block. Again, click on the blue star. You will see we now have an if do else command in Blocky. In Python, the equivalent is an if else command. Again, Python uses the pass element to remind us to use the correct indent. To keep our Fusion robot inside the rink, we need to make a decision based on the value of the light reflected from the link as read by the optical distance sensor. Go to the Blocky logic menu item and pull down the comparison element second from the top and drag it into our Blocky program. Next, go to the Blocky sensors menu item and select the optical distance sensor block and drag this block down and place it in the Blocky program. The Python equivalent generates a variable ODS underline A0, which suggests that it comes from the initial letters of the optical distance sensor connected to slot A0. You may want to change this variable name to something more relevant, such as rink light or reflected light, but you can't do that until later on when we are using the Python editor. We next change the comparison to greater than. In the previous tutorial, we found the optical distance sensor black readings at the edge of the SUMO rink were about 77, and the white readings were about 953. Taking the average of these two readings, we get a value of around about 515, which we can use as the decision point. To add 515 to the if statement, we go to the Blocky maths menu element and add it to the end of the optical distance sensor statement. We can now type in 515. Note that your readings will be different because the light levels in your room will be different. Make your own readings for the black and the white sections of your SUMO rink and substitute your own reading values in here. Now, let's look at the Python code. If the light reading is greater than, in our case, 515, the Python code between the if and else will be obeyed. Otherwise, the Python code at the same indent after the else will be obeyed. If the light reading is greater than 515, we want the Fusion robot to charge forward, as it will be over the white area of the SUMO rink. We go to the Blocky menu motors and select the drive at speed block and drag this down and change the speed value to 70. The Python equivalent sets the motors M0 and M1 to a speed of 70. Don't worry that the 70 overflows onto the next line. There is a limit on how long the Python lines can be shown in the Blocky editor page, and this will be okay when we later transfer to the Python editor page. Now, we want to teach Fusion what to do when it finds a reading of less than 515. That is, when it finds the black edge of the SUMO rink. Go to the Blocky menu Motors and drag down the Drive at Speed 0 for 0 seconds block. Change the speed to -50, minus, because we want Fusion to go backwards. Change the time element to a small value, perhaps say 1 second. 4 lines of Python code are generated. The first line starts with an octothorpe or hash symbol, and that's a comment. Everything in the line following the octothorpe or hash symbol is ignored by Python, and is just a comment to help humans understand what is happening in the Python program. The second line sets both motors M0 and M1 to a speed of -50. That is, Fusion goes backwards at a speed of 50. The third line sets the time limit for this backward speed to 1 second. The fourth line sets the speed of both motors M0 and M1 to 0. The next thing we want Fusion to do after backing away from the black line is to turn a little bit, so Fusion is ready for another charge forward. To do this, we go to the Blocky menu Motor item and drag down the Rotate block. We can rotate either left or right. Either would be fine. Let us change to right, just to show that it's possible to change the direction of rotation. Looking at the Python equivalent, we find 5 lines are generated. The first line, which starts with an octothorpe, is again a useful comment that indicates what the following code will do. The second line sets motor M1 to a speed of 50. The third line sets motor M0 to a speed of -50. These different speeds will cause Fusion to spin on the spot. The fourth line sets a 1.5 second time limit for Fusion spinning on the spot. And after that 1.5 second time limit, the fifth line stops both motors M0 and M1 by setting their speeds to 0. Well, this completes the Blocky program to keep Fusion inside the SUMO ring. However, there are a couple of minor changes we can make to the Python program. To edit the Python program, we must transfer it to the Python editor. We do this by clicking on the black arrow symbol at the top of the Blocky editor window, and this will cause a copy of the Python program to be transferred to the Python editor window. One of the first things we notice is that the Python lines which overflowed in the Blocky version of the editor are now correctly shown in one line. You'll also notice that some Python elements are color-coded. The reserved words, including the logic elements, are in red, our variable values are in blue, and the comment lines are now in green. The second thing we'll notice is that lines 16 and 21 can be deleted. There is no need to stop the motors at these points, because we have other motor speed commands following that will immediately reset the motor speeds. So we delete these. We do not need to do this, but for demonstration purposes, we can change the ODS underline A0 into a more friendly name, such as rink light, which when we come back later on to edit this program, we'll know that ODS A0 means the light reflected from the SUMO rink. Now, our Python program is ready for running. And to run this Python program, we press the green triangle symbol, and this is the result. We press the red square to halt the run. That is the first Python program we can use to teach our Fusion robot how to play SUMO. Thank you for watching.